I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that to me was a near perfect game for the Lakers, playing without LeBron James. Whether you're talking about their offense, really clicking on all facets, Luka Doncic dropping a near 50-point game, having a 49-point triple-double, yes, this time actually having the triple-double, after having a near 43-point triple-double in their season opener, Austin Reeves having 25 points, Rui Hachimura having 23 points, even getting 15 points from DeAndre Ayton, playing much better in their second game compared to their season opener, and then their defense actually playing well too. And big shout out to both Marcus Smart and Jared Vanderbilt coming off the bench. After an up and down first quarter from the Lakers in which their defense didn't look good at all, in fact they barely played any defense at all during the first quarter, Marcus Smart really lit a fire under them. In fact, the 5-man combination of Marcus Smart, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and Jared Vanderbilt ended the second quarter on a 16-5 run, which they definitely did carry over into the third quarter. And speaking of the third quarter, they finally played good during the third quarter. I mean, during their season opener, they were outright terrible during the third quarter, coming out of halftime looking lifeless and giving up a 15-point differential to Golden State. They definitely found a way to turn that around tonight. I mean, I'm not sure what JJ Redick told them or what he did to motivate them in the locker room, but it definitely worked. So hopefully he can keep that up, and hopefully their entire team can keep this up going forward too. But like I said, both Marcus Smart and Jared Vanderbilt definitely played a part in it, really lighting a fire under their team during the first quarter, or rather the second quarter, let me correct that, which definitely did carry over into the third quarter and throughout the entirety of the game for their team. No, it might not look good from a numbers standpoint, not a stats standpoint. Combined, they only put up 5 points on 1 of 4 from the field, making 1 3-point shot. But if you actually watch the game, then you definitely know what I'm talking about. Between Marcus Smart laying out and putting his body on the line to get loose balls, playing great defense, and even bothering Anthony Edwards a few times, actually putting up some points in transition for their team, and between the two of them, really giving their team a spark, that definitely did carry over for them and really gave their team life. And to absolutely no surprise here at all to me, Marcus Smart ended the game with a plus 24 plus-minus rating, the highest on their team and with only 3 points to his name while doing it. Again, really pointing to the energy he brought to their team, the spark he gave them, the defense he played, and simply the vocal leadership and what he did to drive their team to put in more effort on both ends of the court. I think that's something that won't get talked about as much, but it definitely should. Marcus Smart deserves a lot of credit, Jared Vanderbilt deserves plenty of credit, not simply Luka Doncic or any of the guys with 20 plus points. Those two definitely deserve a big mention. With that in mind though, I really did like and do like the way their entire team played tonight, especially during the second half. At that point, pretty much their entire team clicked in all facets. The offense worked well, not only Luka and Austin, but the role players started playing very well, really pointing to Rui Hachimura and DeAndre Ayton here. I love the way that Rui Hachimura got involved tonight. After their season opener in which he only took 6 shots, all of which were 3-point shots and not many of which were high quality shots, Rui Hachimura got 13 shots tonight, in which he made 10 of them, accounting for well above average for himself and really showing that he can be that third option for them if it's a combination of his involvement in their offense and him actually being a bit more aggressive too, which he definitely did show tonight. Dropping 23 points on 10 of 13 from the field, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc, even self-creating for himself a bit, having a couple of and ones to show for it. I love the way that Hachimura played tonight. And I actually can say the same thing for DeAndre Ayton tonight too. Not only did his stat line look good, but he actually passed the eye test tonight too, providing good energy on the court, even offering some good rim protection and out-rebounding Rudy Gobert, their opponent's center tonight, so I like the way that DeAndre Ayton looked in regard to that. Then for the pick and roll game, I think it showed growth between himself, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and even a little bit with Marcus Smart off the bench too. Ultimately, he ended with 15 points, 8 rebounds, 1 block, going 7 of 11 from the field, and ending with a plus 9 plus minus overall. So good game for DeAndre Ayton, great game for Rui Hachimura, absolutely terrific game for Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, and ultimately a great team win. So with all of that being said, I'll let you hear from JJ Redick about it, how they look tonight, and how they can carry this momentum going forward.
JJ, first, what did you just make of Luka and the efficiency and the ways in which he was getting his shots and the whole floor game that he played?
He managed the game really well. By that I mean we needed him. We had to have him scoring early. They were making shots. We made some defensive mistakes. Talked about it in a timeout. You know, we did it against Golden State the other day. We just made stuff up. You know, we've had enough practice now where we can stick to our rules, and if those rules don't work, yeah, we can make an adjustment. And we started getting stops. They went to some blitzes, double teams. He became a willing passer. You know, defensively early, thought they really attacked him. He responded to that. His defense, you know, from halfway through the first quarter on was really good. And then just you could get 11 rebounds out of your point guard is just awesome. You know, so just a complete game from him tonight.
We had talked about after the last game, the third quarter, and it seemed like that was the total switch tonight. What adjustments did you make? It looked like there were a couple different things you were doing defensively, and how did you feel like that played out?
Oh, there were no basketball adjustments. There was a halftime routine adjustment. That's all. That's all. You know, they called the first time out, I think, for the first time in Lakers history. The other team called the first time out in the third quarter. Had a nice all right with the group. All right group. Yeah, we did it, you know. So maybe that's the blueprint. Just the coaches, you know, just changing the routine a little bit.
What did you say to Luka after he missed that layup when he had 48? Like, you guys had an exchange.
There was some discussion around whether or not, you know, I'm trying to get the guy 50, and, you know, I had already given him 3 chances, and I gave him a 4th chance. He gets fouled, and then he blows that too. So, but no, he was awesome.
So what about after the free throw? The last free throws before he subbed out. What did you say to him after that?
Oh, that's what I told him. I said,
okay.
You got 4 now. Because in the timeout, we were talking, and I said, I've given you 3 chances. You passed up a layup. Gabe had a wide open 3. You know, love good to great. We don't need to go good to great to great to great. Like, just take the shot, you know. So, you know, to do what we did tonight against that team, which, going back to last year, I know the first game of the season was like a 6-turnover game for us. The next 2 in Minnesota were, if they weren't high teens, they were low 20s turnover. You know, turnovers hurt us in the series last year. I think we had 2 shot clock violations, so we basically had 10 turnovers as a team. Austin having 11 assists and 1 turnover. Luka having 8 with 3 like, our primary guys really just managed the game well, and we got good shots, and we had some timely crashes, made some timely defensive plays during that run in the second half. Just a really good effort from our guys.
Since Luka's not the only guy on the team tonight, actually, what do you think about DeAndre Ayton tonight, the way he played? Did he play with the force you wanted to see?
Yeah. DA was great. I thought his patience for the game was really good. By that, you know, Luka getting it going early, being the beneficiary of DA's screening at times. You get into halftime, I thought DA was playing really well. You look up, he's got 3 shots, you know, and really just kind of let the offense come to him throughout that second half, and then defensively he was really good as well.
You want to let Luka wing out again?
I'm happy to leave.
JJ, you know, Laker fans are known for being so rational and reasonable and patient. Did you feel any of the angst since the opening night loss? And you told us pregame it was a very detailed approach for the last couple of days. Was that in any way feeling what maybe Laker Nation was feeling?
No, you know, I've great respect for fan bases that care. I've already been warned by the NBA. I'm not allowed to use cuss words in here, but, you know, I like fan bases that give a, you know, they care. And so I appreciate it. Got the chance to play in Philly. It's like an honor to coach this team and be a part of this organization and try to lead this group and represent this fan base. So I'm well aware that the angst exists, and there's an overreaction to everything. I followed and been in the NBA long enough to know that exists with fan bases that that care as much as the Lakers fan base do. But it didn't change or affect, I don't think, me or the group at all in terms of our preparation for this game. And we have a really tough stretch coming up over the next week with these 4 games coming up. So we just got to continue to build, continue to work. Thank you, guys.